Good morning, students. Welcome to our online social science class. Today, in this video, I will continue with Geography Chapter 2, Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation, and Wildlife Resources. In the previous video, I have introduced this chapter and we have completed two topics, that was land and soil. We talked about its degradation and conservation. Now let us move to our next topic. Water, the reason behind our existence. Yes, you might be feeling why we need to talk about water. Everybody knows we cannot live with water and it is the reason why we exist on earth. But no, it is essential, but we need to know more about it. As you know, it is a reason of existence, such a important, such a vital role it plays in our lives. So we need to get in detail about water. As you all know, the whole Earth's surface, it's about 3/4 part is covered with water. More than half, it is totally covered with water, and that is the reason when we see the globe, what we see, it's almost blue. That is, the blue color is representing water, and that is why Earth is known as blue planet as well as water planet. So why we feel there is scarcity of water? Everywhere water is there, but there is no drop to drink. That is the condition. That is a reality, how people are facing scarcity of water. The reason is the amount of water, the 30%, the 70% water, whatever water is available, from that also 70% water is saline water. Saline, it is full of salts, means it is not suitable for human consumption. We cannot use that water for any purpose. 70% water is totally not suitable for our use. So what is remaining now? Only 30% is remaining. And even from that 30%, 70% is in the form of glaciers. Nobody will go to glaciers and get the water for its use. So what it shows, a very limited amount of water is available to us. A rare amount of water is available to us that we can see on the surface water, lakes, and some is there in the form of water vapor. See, such a vital resource, and it is in such a less quantity. And you know, when the situation becomes worst, it is when this availability of water is totally uneven. There are certain areas where the water is very less, and there are some areas it is enough. So where the more scarcity is there, the people are facing, they are just, this issue of water shortage is just dreadful for these people. And next we will come to the uses of water. Even a class 1 child knows the uses of water, washing, cooking, drinking. But being a part of, you are a mature child of 8th class, you have to go more in detail. Okay, so what we will see, we will talk about different uses of water. Water is used for drinking and washing. Of course, we are using it every day. But there are other uses. We will categorize them as economic uses. What we are telling, like washing and cooking, that is a domestic use of water. And there is another category, that is economic uses of water. That is by the industries. No industries can work without water. They need for certain experiments at the scientific level. Then water is also required to generate electricity. And nowadays we cannot imagine our life without electricity. So this is another major use of water. We are familiar with the uses, but what is the condition today? Is it available to us in that the way we are consuming it? Is it available? No, not at all. We are just exploiting it, and not only there is a scarcity of fresh water, we are adding to the problem. It is like adding oil to this problem, because we are not only overusing it, we are polluting the water. And there are a variety of such things, human causes are there, which are responsible for the issues related to water. Here you can see, I have mentioned some of the reasons behind the water crisis. What crisis we are facing today. There are a variety of reasons, and there I have highlighted. The first one you can see is increasing demand. as the population is exploding in our country, we are just at the top, almost we are going to hit, and we are just leading in that. So the first reason is increasing demand. As the population grows, the need of water grows, the need of food grows, everything is increasing. So for that we are over exploiting the water. That is what we are exploiting at the groundwater also, as well as for domestic purpose at the level of economic level, because so many people are there, their demands are more, and there is a need of supply. So that is why in the economic sector also the consumption of water is increasing, as well as on agriculture also there is stress of water needs. That is not enough. We need water. That is justified. But the problem comes when we are polluting that water. That is the major issue. Water contamination. There are a variety of reasons the way we are polluting water, and it is very difficult for us to face the future. Like not only industries, at the domestic level, human beings, they are just releasing their waste in water. People are washing clothes, washing their kettles. And one another problem in our country, certain rituals are there, certain things we are releasing in water on the name of religion. So all such reasons are behind water pollution. So it is a major reason we face water crisis. Monsoon, it's always uncertain. It is a gamble. We cannot control monsoon, so it is changing the pattern and it leads to water scarcity. Then the crops, the way we are using crops, we are using high yield variety seeds, and it takes more water. So that is also putting stress on water availability. And the next is deforestation, cutting of lands. Very deliberately we are cutting the trees for meeting our demands, for earning more, or for meeting our regular demands. We are just recklessly, trees are being cut by the people. So the other major reasons why water issues are becoming more and more severe these days. And there are areas which are just prone to face drought cases, and it will lead to deaths in millions. So we have to be aware to stop these things and control the water pollution, as well as whatever water is available, we can reduce the consumption. Here in this picture, I have highlighted another reason of water pollution. As I told you, the domestic reasons, the common reasons how human beings are polluting water. Here, what it shows, the industries, whatever effluents they release, they are released without being treated. It may lead to harmful effects on the aquatic life, as well as this water goes into farms and indirectly is being consumed by human beings. So all these poisonous sometimes also, and these all the waste effluents, they are not treating them, they are not cooled down, and they are directly released into the water bodies, which is another major reason of water pollution. Okay, now we have talked about a lot of problems. We blamed human beings for a lot of reasons. Now, it's not good to always talk about problems. As it is part of the syllabus, we need to find out the reasons. But now, there's a time to find the solutions. That is the most important thing. What we have to do now is how to protect water now. The way it is being exploited, the way it is contaminated, what steps we can take to prevent this, what steps we can take to conserve water, okay, in a qualitative as well as quantitative form. So the first thing, recently we have, I have told you in the previous picture, it was shown the industrial effluents. They are being released in water without being treated. So just interchange the statement. The solution is all the material what they are releasing in water, it must be treated. Before releasing them, it should be treated. Next is rainwater harvesting. Very important and very popular way of reusing the water, we can say, or avoiding water loss. Rainwater is collected in a very different states are following variety of methods. There are some states where they have made compulsory system, a setup is made to conserve, to collect the rainwater in their terrace in a particular pipelines, and that same water is being used in the farms. So rainwater harvesting is a very important way, or very, we can say, a successful method to use rainwater, and we can avoid the water loss. Canals are the open water bodies. See, there are two different ways. One is personal wells we are having for the irrigation. Canals are a free, provided by the public, provided by the government to the public, the community. They can use the canals for irrigating their fields. But we are not using them in a scientific or a planned way. We are just using somewhere it is overflowing, somewhere it is being wasted. So what we can do is we can use them in a planned way. We can make channels, particular flow we can make, that it should be provided in this area, and in this way we can avoid water loss. We can minimize the water loss, and we can use it in a more systematic way. Sprinklers. It's something like, we can say, a shower what we use. Sprinklers are used. It is not allowing water to come in bulk. Okay, continuously it can be sprinkled in the big field. It can irrigate the area. Drip irrigation is quite similar to sprinklers, but in drip irrigation a minimum water loss is expected, and extremely less amount of water is used, and it is mostly used in the dry areas. Okay, in that drip irrigation a very small, a little amount of water is being continuously, it is provided, so that the roots can get water directly. They are getting in just close to the roots, down only they are putting a drip, where droplets of water are provided continuously, where we can have minimum water loss. In bulk we cannot provide, as there is already a water shortage in dry areas. So they are adopting drip irrigation, which is a very successful way used there. Now the next thing is increase in the vegetation. If you will go back, I told you one reason, deforestation, the way we are cutting the trees. It is leading to washing away of water and soil. So here what we will see, if we will increase the vegetation, soil is there, if soil and roots will be there, they will control the water. The water will be absorbed by them, and they can keep safe the groundwater. But when there is no vegetation, the soil is washed away, the water is being overused, and it is dried. But if we are having enough vegetation cover, we can prevent surface water loss. So this was about water conservation. So with this, I hope you got some inspiration that how much there is an extreme need of the hour to save water. Okay, so, and I hope you can add some more points at your level. It's just a question for you. You can just brainstorm and find out at home, being a student, how you can save water. So just explore the ideas, share with your friends how we can save water. So students, here we have finished the third topic of this chapter, that was water. Now we will come to the last topic, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. Natural vegetation, as the name suggests, which is grown naturally. Natural vegetation is not only the plant life, natural, which is grown naturally without any human interference. Like forest, we are not growing them, they are just grown naturally. Like grasslands and some shrubs are also there, which are grown naturally, untouched by human beings. That is a natural vegetation, and we cannot deny the fact that the role they play in our life is means irreplaceable. We cannot replace what trees gives to us. Like the major thing, oxygen. We cannot survive without oxygen, and there are variety of products we are getting from trees, from wood to the medicinal plants, from rubber, from honey. There are variety of things we are getting from the forest. So they play a major role in our life, as well as wildlife. wildlife, like every day we use milk and all. They provide us with milk, meat, wool, and some of the insects are included in wildlife. They provide us with honey, and they play a role as decomposers. So animals are also playing a major role, or we must say animal life, plant life, or the human beings, everybody, they just all are interrelated. One cannot rely that they cannot exist without other. In one or the other way, they are just depending on other. Like one is providing oxygen, then other is converting it into carbon dioxide. There are a variety of ways, directly and indirectly. We all are interdependent, so they play a major role. Now comes the point that what we are doing with this. The human greed, it has got no limits. Our demands, our wants are endless. And the way we are exploiting, as I told you about water, similarly the vegetation cover also is being exploited by the human beings to fulfill its demands. So what is our role? We cannot leave our needs. Again, I can say it is justified to that you need certain things and the trees are providing us. But when it comes to greed, the way we are exploiting and without making efforts from our side, that is not fair. So how we can conserve that, how we can help to the natural vegetation and wildlife to not become extinct. Yes, that is what is happening today. They are becoming more and more vulnerable to be disappeared. There are certain varieties of trees. There are some of the species of animals which are totally disappeared from the earth. So there are certain steps taken by the government to stop all such things and conserve natural vegetation and wildlife. Now, enough we have talked about the problems. Now we have to come to the solutions, that is conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. We have to find out the ways, what steps we can take to protect our flora and fauna. Here I have mentioned certain things what the government is doing, or some of the NGOs are also working for it. You can add a variety of points from your side, being a part of student or what you can do as a common man. So here the government has taken certain steps, that is introducing national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves. These are the particular areas being assigned to protect the variety of particular flora and fauna. Their entry is restricted, the hunting and poaching is not permitted. These are the areas where they are being kept secured. Next is the lakes and wetland. That is what we can prevent the aquatic life also. They are also in danger due to the pollution and all. So they are also being protected. And another thing what they are doing to spread awareness. Like everybody can play a role and everybody can make a difference. So like in schools you might be experiencing or having the activities, debates to save water, save wildlife. Okay, so many programs, awareness programs are being launched by different institutions, as well as Environment Day, that is Van Mahotsav, is being celebrated on 5th June. That day people are encouraged to grow more and more trees. So this is another thing which is done to increase, to promote afforestation. And the very important point, like poaching. Poaching is killing animals. Like I told you, for human greed, animals are being killed for their skin and their body parts. So there are strict now legal actions. It is declared punishable. Actions are being taken by the court and they are being punished. So now there is a ban on killing of animals. Now a very good example, sites. That is another example given to protect flora and fauna. Here you can see CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Fauna. Something you can get the idea from the detailed name of these CITES. What they want to say is there are animals which are on the verge of extinction. They are going to disappear. There are more chances that they will disappear soon. So what the international this committee has taken step to prevent certain group of animals. Particular animals are taken, certain species are taken under control, on which the trade of these animals is prohibited. People cannot cut such trees, they cannot kill particular animals, they are being protected because to protect their survival, they are just under threat. The way they are decreasing in number, they are under threat. So to protect these animals, this organization is formed, and about 5,000 animals and 28,000 varieties of plants are being protected under this convention. So I hope these topics are clear to you all. Just once go through it, and one important suggestion what I want to give is just sit with copy and pen when you are watching this video. Once again you can go through it and find out the important points and go through it. Good day. God bless you.